Views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
Something smells good. I wonder what Lynn's cooking today.
Hey, Lynn, what's cooking?
Now here's your host, Lynn Austin.
Hi everyone, welcome to Hey Lynn, What's Cooking? And it is the Christmas season and my friend Paula's in the kitchen because today we're going to be making magical cookies. And I know, if you know me, that Christmas is my favorite time of the year, and it's so magical to me, right?
I would have never guessed.
So I wanted to make, actually it's my family's favorite cookie, the Santa cookies with you today. It's like we're just going to kind of revisit these. These are like a staple in our home. On Christmas Eve, we have dropped them off to plenty of homes that have little ones, and they leave them out for Santa Claus, so that's why they're so magical. And even the older children, my children, leave them out for Santa. We kind of do that because we still believe in the Christmas season and the Christmas magic. You never ever forget that because it's magical. If you don't believe, you shall not receive, is what I say in my house.
Me too.
So we have our Santa cookies that we're going to make, and we're going to make my cake balls, which I just renamed them as my Christmas cake balls because those are so easy. After this Christmas cookie, you will want something that is easy to put out on cookie platters that you can just whip out and you leave in the refrigerator and say, oh, I need to make a cake platter for somebody, and just add them in. They're good. They're great fillers for cake platters. And of course, we have to start off with our cookie baking with a martini, which I have named the Holly Jolly Martini because you are going to be so jolly when you're drinking this martini and we're making the cookies. But the good thing is the cookie dough is pre-made, and I will tell everybody what goes into this delicious cookie dough in a second. But we're going to get started with this martini. Okay. And I probably have flour on me because I was just playing with that. Into the martini shaker, which is one of my favorite friends, is the martini shaker. We're going to add some ice. And I'm being really nice using the scooper. That's good. I'm probably grabbing it with my hands. Just my good friend Paula. So she would have been just fine with that.
Just your good friend.
That's my good friend Paula. Okay, we're going to add to this shaker some cinnamon vodka. Yes, that's cinnamon. About 2 shots. There we go. That's about it. Some butterscotch schnapps.
Try to say it fast.
Yeah, we're going to slow that down because we don't know what that's going to come out like if we say it too fast. We're just going to do a couple little pours of that into that shaker, and some regular vodka. About 2 shots of that. Set that aside, and we're going to shake this up. And what I like to use is some type of little like rubber gadget to help separate my martini shaker because it gets cold and it's hard to
I love
separate.
that sound.
I know.
Love it.
This is like telling you that you're about to get jelly in about 5 minutes.
Oh, yes.
Or less. Okay, so we're going to open this. Let's see. Oh, see, that helps. Okay. And to that, we're going to add some hazelnut coffee creamer, which I put some low skim milk into that, so it's not too fattening. Of course, we're going to make cookies. I just gotta watch the calories there, but you know what? We're just going to pour that into that. And now we're going to give it a good shake. This is like a recipe here. It takes a few seconds to, hopefully I have that on, and we're going to shake that back up again. And look at that, look how nice. It's going to get frothy. But we're not done after here because we got to top them with something. Okay.
And you're so good about coming up with these recipes.
Oh, I love to come up with different martinis. I love
Your own
martinis.
little-
I really, really do. I think they're so much fun. And we have little festive glasses. Let me just get any of that on there. A little bit there. Make sure we divide it up. Ooh, I still spilled. It just looks like milk in a glass. That's all it is.
Milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies. Hey, leave one of these for Santa, and I guarantee you,
You will get
he
a
will
good
be
gift.
so jolly. Okay, we perfectly divided that up. Now we're just going to clean that up a little bit because I don't want to give you a messy glass or myself a messy glass. Okay, and I'm going to top it with a little bit of pumpkin pie spice. Smell that?
That's something that sells quick in the store.
Yes, yes. Get that, and we're in December, get that in November. Because you know how everybody is in October with their pumpkin. Look at that.
Yum.
We'll put just a little bit more. Ooh, that is delicious. Okay, now we have to do a little toast before we start with our Santa cookies. Here we go. Here is to a wonderful, wonderful, merry Christmas, and enjoy every moment with family and friends, and just soak it all in and enjoy, everybody.
And make new memories.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
It smells like one of those yummy candles, and now you can see what it tastes like. You have to taste it.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
good. That's good. That little take like the
amazing.
little chill you have out going in when
Amazing.
it's chilly outside.
Yeah,
And
sure, for sure.
okay, so now I have already baked a couple of the Santa cookies. They're done back there, but we're going to roll out some so I can show you. But first, I want to tell you what goes into this yummy dough. And to that, I have to kind of go off my sheet here. We have 1.5 sticks of the martinis. Woo! It just kind of kicked in there of softened butter that you're going to put in a mixer with. You're going to mix that, and you're going to gradually add white sugar. That's a cup. And then to that, when that's all fluffy, you're going to add 2 eggs, and then a teaspoon of the vanilla. So you're going to get that all incorporated. And in another bowl, you're going to whisk together, which is to whisk, 2.5 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. And you're going to whisk that together, and then add that to your wet ingredients. And then you're going to roll it up into a ball and wrap it up in some wax paper and chill it.
Okay.
And then you're going to take it out, and then you're going to have a well-floured surface. And I like to use this board. It's not on my counter. I just have like adopted an old-time cutting board, and I like that. That's what I use. And this is going back old school. This is my grandma's
Oh, I'd love that.
rolling pin here. And she used this quite a bit, and we're going to roll it to about 1.5 inches of thickness because we don't want them too thin. And you might have to play with it, and it's okay. If it comes out too thin, then you just roll it back into a ball and then redo. So it's okay. So we're going to take these, and already I have the oven going on a 375 oven, and I have parchment paper. Parchment paper, people, is your friend when you're doing cookies. So I have that already on my cookie sheet. That's all ready to go. And look how nice that is.
So you don't have to spray.
no
parchment paper.
spray. And you know what? If it doesn't get funky, the parchment paper, reuse it. Don't throw it away. Just reuse it during your cookie baking. If it's still clean and good, reuse your parchment paper. It's okay. I like to be a little bit thrifty when it comes to that because parchment paper is not cheap. A little bit thinner here. I love playing with dough. Dough is just like, this is like therapeutic to me. I just love it. Okay.
And the kids can
Now,
help. which
your
is
cookie
fun.
cutter, yeah, the kids, oh my gosh, they love to help do this. So take your cookie cutter, any Santa face, if it's just kind of a bigger one, it's a fun one, not real tiny, but you know, medium size. Wouldn't you say this is kind of like a medium size to large? And you kind of roll it around in the flour, and you're gonna press down here. Oops, and Santa's gonna
Don't
go
drop
flying.
Santa.
Look at
Perfect.
and you want it so you can see the face because we have some work to do on these guys. And if you wouldn't mind getting me that cookie sheet that has that parchment paper on there. Sometimes you got the thicker part of the dough, but it's all right. They're good. See? And these are going to bake at 375 for about 18 minutes till they start to get golden brown around the edges. You don't want them to get too done. See, they're just like this. Nicely browned on the back. And then the edges, you can see how they just started to get brown around the edges, so they're perfect. I'm just gonna do 2 more here. And then I'm going to show you how we're going to start to decorate these guys. And we're going to put this in the oven. These guys are going to get started, and we're going to go back to rolling out. See, I make, oh my goodness, I make about 50 of these guys. I have the drops.
Do you really?
Yes, 50 of these. Let me just roll this out one more time. Let me get one more. Hold on one second.
I've not
Yeah.
seen you make them.
And we have an assembly line. I usually recruit whoever is around that is gonna, like, okay, I've rolled out all these Santas, now it's time to decorate them, because you'll see it takes a while to decorate them, but it's a lot of fun. We turn on the Christmas music, and of course Mom has her little cocktail, and it's all good, because these get done about maybe 2 or 3 days before Christmas Eve. And you can store them. I like to store them in the garage where it's nice and cool. But you know, sometimes our weather doesn't agree with us. But we're gonna stick those in the oven. Paula, if you wouldn't mind sticking those in the oven. And we are gonna get to the frosting. I'm gonna tell you about this frosting. I'm just gonna set this aside real quick. We're gonna do our frosting, and then we're gonna do the faces to the Santas. So let's, if you wouldn't mind, taking that over there and just, I'm gonna grab, can you get that Santa platter?
Yep.
Okay, we're just gonna stick him over here. That was good, Paula. And you can have another sip of martini for that one, because that,
I earned that,
you
right?
earned that, okay.
I'll take that.
To my frosting, I must tell you that I do not make homemade frosting when it comes to these Santa cookies, because of everything that you're doing in the month of December. I try to do a little cheating on this, and it's canned frosting right here with some powdered sugar in here, and we're going to add a little bit of vanilla extract, because we want it to really taste like you've done a lot of work to these cookies.
It tastes amazing.
And this is almond extract. I love almond, and I just poured it all over my hand, but that's okay because it smells really good. And we're going to whip that together. Just a second.
Just on low.
I'm going to whip it up higher so we can get done here.
Oh, it smells so good.
Oh my gosh.
The almond.
Okay. And it didn't change the color of the white frosting. And you can go generic on that. Okay. I need one of those over there. Thank you. And we are going to put this in a piping bag. And if you don't have a piping bag, of course you can use the Ziploc, but I really strongly suggest you get a piping bag. And you know what? You can get disposables at any of the major grocery stores or wherever. They have those all ready to go in the baking section. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. And I have frosting all over my hands, but that's how I cook. I am not a very neat cook. That's
All
okay.
right, you're a very good cook.
Oh,
so
well,
it doesn't
thank you.
matter.
I like to have fun, you know? And if you weren't all watching me, I'd be licking my hand right now. Everybody knows it. I mean, everybody does it. So, I mean, like, I'm not going to lie, right? Okay, don't lick that on the way over there.
I'll try not to.
Okay, so we have our frosting. And you know I started with the canned frosting and added a little bit of the powdered sugar because you know what that powdered sugar has done to that canned frosting? It has made it a little bit thicker.
Thicker, okay.
Okay, so we are going to add that to a piping bag that I have. I'm just going to use the spoon, I think. Did you want to try this? Just go ahead, stick your finger in it. Go ahead.
I have to try it.
Tell me what you think.
Yummy.
And what I've done is I have taken this piping bag and put it in a tall glass, medium to tall glass, so it's easier to fill so it's not in your hand.
That's a good tip because I'm always trying to fit it in there and then it gets all over
Yep.
here.
So I'm going to do that. And I like to get my frosting done ahead of time so when I'm ready for it, I don't have to sit there and fiddle-faddle with it. It's already done. And we're going to move on to the painting. Yes, I said painting of the Santa faces. Just going to push that down a little bit and we'll add a little bit more to that. And Paula, if you wouldn't mind, start bringing over the painting bowls to our Santa faces.
We're done with these, correct?
Yes. We're just going to leave this guy right here. Yep. Oh, that's perfect. Yep. Perfect. I'm going to leave him right here. I told you it's a little, I like to make the cookies, cut them out like a day or two ahead of time, and then do the frosting and assembling of the cookies. I think it's less stressful and it's a little bit more enjoyable that way. So I'm going to show you right here what we have. We have, what I did was powdered sugar and water, and this is bright red. So this is going to be, if you wouldn't mind bringing the Santa cookies over here. This is going to be for the Santa hat. So he's all done and it's glossy and red. That's going to be for the Santa hat.
Glossy.
Okay. And then we need a pink color for the Santa face because he has a little bit of a pink face.
Is that a good color?
Yep,
Or more?
that's
Okay.
perfect for him because we're going to brush it on with some brushes. Just going to continue to mix it. So you're going to kind of play around with it. Use red food coloring and of course quite a few drops right there for the red, and then just try to get it, when you drop the red, just get it like a half of a drop to a drop for the pink.
And just add more powdered sugar.
Add more
if
powdered
you-
sugar or water if you don't get it the right
Okay.
color right away.
Is it kind
Yes.
of runny consistency?
Yeah, you know what? It's, yeah, because you're going to do really thin. It's going to be really thin. So we're going to do these first, and you can just grab a brush. And what we're going to do is grab into the red, and we're going to do his hat. And I like to do the sides first of the cookie because you don't want to see a naked hat. I like to do the sides. Oh, wait till you see them all come together. I tell you, they're magical. And you're going to color in the hat. I'm telling you, the kids will love these. The older kids, they taste so good. They're like, it's a special, special cookie. And I do have one Christmas morning because it's so good with my coffee in the morning.
Now, how far down is this?
I go
about
right where that line
that
is.
line? Okay.
Now remember, I said I do about 50 of these, so it is nice
Yeah.
to have a couple little hands helping you. And then when the hat is done, we do all the hats first, and then we go on to the face. But for our show time, we're just going to go right
You
to
went
the
down a little
face.
further.
And try not to get the red here. As we still have one magical cookie to go, and it's the cake balls, and they are so easy. And for that cake ball, we already have baked a cake. I did a white cake and added some green food coloring to that, and that it was cooled and baked in a 13 by 9 inch pan.
You just follow the regular
Yep,
cake
regular
recipe.
cake recipe. Okay, so we have the face put on.
You don't worry about the eyes because you're gonna.
No, because we're going to show you what we're
Cover
going to
that
do with
up.
the eyes. And we kind of like dab out there and just kind of follow through. I'm going to show you the icing. The icing is, look at there. So we have the hat and the face. And
I'm a
here,
little slower.
oh, you're fine. I'm going to do mine.
Okay.
Here we go with the frosting. And you'll see why I'm talking about having the piping bag with the star tip. We're going to go right, follow the line of the hat, and all around to the beard, and kind of go in a circular motion. Look at there. See how I just covered that
Oh,
up?
how fun.
Oh, yes. There we go.
This is kind of therapeutic. I love
Oh,
it.
it is.
Love
It's,
it.
and I kind of go over the hat a little bit. Yes, they're very low-cal cookies, but oh my gosh. Okay, so now we have this gel writing, and we use red for the nose. We put a little bit right there, and there's always somebody on duty to do the noses. And then the blue for the eyes, because he has blue eyes. And Paula, there is your magical
I love it.
Santa cookie.
Beautiful.
There he is.
And I know they
Isn't
taste
he so
delicious.
jolly?
They're
And
so cute.
He's so jolly. Like I said, just, you know, do the hats and the faces first, let them dry, and then move on to the piping, and the eyes are last. But right now we're going to move on to this very quick and easy cake ball recipe. Let's move this to the side. This is so much fun. Okay, we have the cake mix. And to this cake mix, we have a half a can of white frosting. If you can pass me all those things over there. We're gonna mix this together. And this is super duper 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 fast. And you know what I like to use, and I have this small sandwich bag, but I think I'm gonna get the bigger sandwich bag so I can just get it quicker. So you don't get your hands all messy. We have a nice platter, and we're gonna dip them. We have the almond white bark that has been melted. And we're gonna mix this frosting into the cake mix. This is so festive and easy. Is that good? Nice,
yep.
nicely melted. And then you can pick out your favorite sprinkles.
It's a beautiful platter, too.
Isn't that beautiful? I have to give props to my friend Dana. Shout out to Dana.
Yes.
That was a Christmas present from Dana. See how easy this is? See, the frosting is
Yeah.
going into the cake. And we're gonna form balls. I have a platter right there. You can just, right there.
Right here?
With the parchment paper on
Yeah.
there. Oh, it smells so good too. Can you get me a large? Oh, I have a spoon in there. Never mind.
Yep.
Okay, we're just gonna keep on making this till we get like a ball. I think I'm gonna get in there and get my hands in
A
there.
lot easier.
Yeah.
Toss that.
Put that aside. Oh yeah, that's all good. Just so it's kind of like, I have to describe it, like wet sand when you're making a sand castle. You want it like that consistency of. And you know what? If you had more time, you could chill this while you're melting your chocolate. Would be good.
Be easier to form
Yes.
then? Okay.
But
I
for-
could see my youngest
Oh my gosh,
loving
Oh,
because it's kind
yeah.
of like playing with Play-Doh.
Oh yeah.
and,
See,
you know.
I love doing. Let's see how that all shrunk down into size here, and we're in a ball. So that was a cake mix in a 13 by 9 inch pan, and you can make it red, you can make it green, you can use red velvet cake mix. I'm talking simplicity here. Okay.
And you just did half
Just a half.
thing of icing.
Okay, so we have that two in a ball, and what we're gonna do, Paula, is just take these, not too big, not too small, just right. I like a 2-biter. And you're gonna roll those into the chocolate and put them on the parchment paper. And then we're gonna sprinkle them with whatever sprinkles you prefer, festive. It's like rolling meatballs. You're good.
Oops, I'm gonna be messy.
Oh, it's all right. You can be messy. And that's going to harden up because it's that bark.
Okay.
We'll do 2 more, and then we'll sprinkle them. And then we're going to check our Santa cookies. That one's kind of big. And then, of course, we have to toast to our baking and have fun in the kitchen with your friends and your family. Get them in there. Get in there. Get your hands messy. Have some time. Say, you know what? Put down the cell phones. Shut off the TV. We are going to have some uninterrupted
Yes.
time.
Making
Because
memories is what it's about.
That is about make the time. Okay? And those cookies, oh my gosh, those cookies are perfect. Look at, see how they're brown
Oh, nice.
around the edges
Very
there?
nice.
We're gonna set
And that was
those to
about, what,
cool.
10 minutes or
Well,
so? Maybe
About
15?
15 to 18
Okay.
minutes, okay? 375, and then you know what? Put some sprinkles on here. Look at
Oh, nice.
how pretty. And those are your Christmas balls, Paula. Look at how fun those are.
Oh, I bet they taste
Oh, I
delicious,
love
too.
those. Okay, grab your martini. We are about to toast to the Christmas season and having fun with family and friends. And that is what's cooking on Halen What's Cooking. And remember, just enjoy your family and your friends and soak it all in and enjoy the holiday season. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas. Delicious.